Hello there, my name is Valerie White Williams and I'm a voice teacher and a vocal coach for Vocal Splendor Studios. Today I'm doing another reaction video and this time I'm reacting to Davina Michelle performing and singing her cover that made her famous, What About Us by Pink. Let's have a listen.
Hi everyone, I'm Davina and this is my new cover. We are searchlights we can see in the dark. We are rockets pointed up at the stars. We are billions of beautiful hearts. And you sold us down the river too far.
Such a beautiful song, but she is so owning it. And I love her voice. I've heard her from Bästa Sångers, and I also heard her from Eurovision, and I'm not quite sure where this cover falls into place. I think it was after Bästa Sångers. I'm not sure. But she always had this really strong presence and this great, kind of, I want to say thick voice. There's a richness to her tone. And I'm really impressed by the presence that she's bringing to this right now.
What about us? What about all the times you said you had the answers? What about us? What about all the broken happy ever afters? What about us? What about all the plans that ended in disaster? What about love? What about trust? What about us?
What a voice. She's so powerful. She gets kind of a scratch sound, the angst of this beautiful song. I mean, Pink wrote it and it's gorgeous, but she is so into it with closed eyes, the presence, her jaw is just super relaxed and everything. It looks easy. I should say it looks easy, but it's really not. It takes training and practice.
Sticks and stones, they may break these bones, but then I'll be ready. Are you ready? It's the start of us waking up. Come on, are you ready? I'll be ready. I don't want control, I want to let go. I'll be ready. Now it's time to let them know. What about us? What about all the times you said you had the answers? So what about us? What about all the broken happy ever afters? What about us? What about all the plans that ended in disaster? What about love? What about trust? What about us? We are searchlights we can see in the dark.
What a powerful cover. What a powerful song. I loved it because it had this, it's kind of a breakup song, but a little bit of hope. Like, I think we can do it. We just have to get through it. Yeah, maybe I should write a song. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And it almost felt like it was her song because that's when you do a cover, you have to inhabit it. Just because you love it doesn't mean that you should sing it. So you have to have that emotional experience that you can put into it. It's the only way. And she was so compelling. And she had a lot of body movement. And I saw that in Eurovision too, is that she's the singer that has to move a lot. Some singers are really still and they're cool and they bring people to them. Other singers, lots of this hand motion, but it wasn't choreographed. It didn't seem that way. It felt like the emotion directed the hand motions. So it's the way it should be. I mean, dancing's a different thing, but the motions from the body movements come from the emotion. And again, she had sometimes posture was down like this. She moved around a lot, repositioned her body on that stool. But what was happening with all the movements, which of course were really powerful, so emotional, is this really relaxed jaw. Everything was, so there's lots of technique, because that's what makes singing look easy, because it's so relaxed. But the energy comes from below. And of course, with this particular song, so emotional, with just that tickle of hope that, yeah, we can still get through this. You know, what happened, but we can get through it. But there's that hope that we can work it through. It was just gorgeous. And I am so glad. I've just kind of needed some reminding. So one of my posters said, no, you need to get back to Davina Michelle. And she is an exceptional singer. I really love her work. And I'm really excited to see more. I think there's another video where Pink listens to her and Pink just blows her brain. She goes, this girl can sing. So it's really cool. It goes to show the power of social media and having people get discovered. And I've always liked Pink. She always seems so down to earth and doesn't put a bunch of airs. She doesn't think she's all that, although she is. She's a fabulous singer and songwriter. But yeah, Davina Michelle, whew. And I just love stripped down with piano. I mean, I love everything, but I think when it's just kind of raw, the emotion can come in the foreground more so than if there's a big, huge band going on, because it's just the singer and the accompanist, and they're just feeling all that emotion. And again, the eye closing, feeling the pictures, the emotions. I had a professor in college, and he said all the greatest singers always use imagery. They always have imagery in their mind, and they sing from that. And so that's another skill. It took me a long time to be in the moment and really feel that emotional component, because I was very technical, and that's why I'm a good voice teacher, is because the technology and the technique of singing is easy for me to break down and help people. But for me personally, I had to really learn to feel that emotion and allow it, because sometimes if you're thinking about being perfect and singing it correctly, you don't have room for that emotion to come out because it's too controlled. And that's okay if it's in the studio, but to perform, you really have to let yourself go. You have to let go of the technique and allow it, which is why training comes to play, because you want to train the voice so it does what you want it to. And she had a great ear, you know, that melody, da 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 da, just lots of range, everything was spot on. So you need to train that into the voice, and then when you're singing a song like this, you just have to not think about it. That's the way, just have to forget about the technique, because the technique should have been baked into your practice, and then you just can allow that emotion to take over. But I loved it. You know, all that movement, powerful. So if you love Davina Michelle as much as I do, make sure you subscribe and click on the bell, and let me know of other Davina Michelle reactions I should do. And I certainly should go back to some of the Best of Zongers when she was on there, because that was a really fun show. They all are. I fall in love with all the singers. And also I want to let you know of my 2 free passion projects on Facebook. The first one I'm going to talk about is YouTube success strategies, because I've been on YouTube now for over 10 years. And before that, I did web design, and I learned SEO, and I've done some modeling and performance. So it kind of all worked together. And now I've figured out how to grow YouTube channels, and I'm ready to teach you guys. If you're interested, you can find my private Facebook group called YouTube Success Strategies in the description. And then the other group is a passion for me. It's called Creative Soul Alignment, and it's for people that love spirituality and creativity, because when we are creating, we are expressing our divinity. We're spiritual. We're here to do that. And the way we create is by visualizing things first. So I want you guys all to remember that we are here on this planet right now to create a world that works for everybody without creepy overlords telling us what to do. You know, the unelected people, those. Because once we visualize it, we don't need to have the solution, but if we come together and visualize that world, then we can create it, because then the creations will come into place. So you have that power, so don't forget it. All right, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.